as now we have two Egyptian kings in the EPL, and they are in Man City and Liverpool. We have Captain America, Mr. Consistency, Mr. I can do it all day, Christopher Wood, as he scored another goal and got all the bonus points. Arsenal have a new young Avenger, and his name is Ethan Wanieri. And if you live in a brave new world and you swapped Ollie Watkins for Isaac, all of your Avengers assembled this game week. My name is Sid from the FPL Diamond Dogs. With Sid from the FPL Diamond Dogs, let's start the show. How you doing, Sid?
Yo,
Your Avengers assembling for you?
bro, all I'm gonna say is, you know what they say, right?
What do
Form
they
is
say?
temporary, class is permanent. I don't know how well that bodes for me.
But because last time you were sad, but look at you now, Sid. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a
I'm,
new life
I'm still
for
sad,
you.
my guy. I'm still sad. Don't worry about me. I'm still sad. Don't worry about me, bro.
We have to because that's how we hear, Sid. That's how we hear, so that we can bring each other up. Because like the storm is not over, Sid. There is still games to game, and we are going to be gaming with these games. That's what we're going to be doing.
I'm gonna be gaming
That's
with these
my new
games.
goal. Yeah. That's my new goal for this season. My new goal is to get you into the top 500K of FPL.
That's your
Yes,
goal. It's your
that's
goal.
that's that. Yeah. Or at least like last season. Like last season, you came in the top 200K, and then I came just out of the 100 million. So now we're gonna do better. So I'm gonna come in the top 100K,
I've got a
and
bet
you
for
are
you.
gonna come in
I've got a
the
bet for you.
yes.
However
Yes.
bad this season has been for me, I will still
Yes.
beat your last season.
Oh yeah, wait, yeah. Wait, let me actually check. Yeah, let's set this. Yeah, since we like these things, let's set president. Let's
Like I
set
said,
president. Yeah,
form is temporary, class is permanent. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
Like
So
my worst
actually, so
season
then,
is still better than your worst season. That's what I'm telling you.
yeah. So wait, you must go and check what was your rank last year,
Oh, I can
and
tell
then
you, I
I'm
don't
gonna
need to check. I know what it is.
yeah
Off by heart.
yeah. What did yeah.
180,000.
Yeah. So then
180.
my goal is to be 180,000, and then your goal is to come 1.15 million. So
I've already beaten that. We're not even. I'm already in
No, you're in
1.4 million.
1.5 now. You're in 1.5 now.
No, I'm in
Yeah,
I'm
you
in
start
1.45 million right now.
exactly. So you have
So I'm
200K to
so you came 1.5 million last year.
no 1.1.
1.1
1.1.
million. You came 1.1 million last year.
Yeah.
Ah.
Hey, it was rough, right? It was a rough time, you see. But then, like, it was rough out there. But the comeback is here. So now those are new targets for the year. You 1.1, I 1. I mean 180,000. Those are our new goals to show that we are improving in this
Bruh,
in
but
fantasy.
I've already beaten your target. And I haven't even done
No,
anything yet.
no. I was there trying to help you with 500K, but then now you're out here trying to attack last year Tibs.
Oh,
Tibs.
definitely, because
Tibs.
that's all I have. That's all I have. What do you mean?
You were
500K is
there.
unrealistic. 500K, I'm telling you now, is unrealistic. If I get into the top 500K and you get into the top,
Yes.
like you get to 180, I've won the season.
Yeah.
Do you know that, right?
Yeah.
Like realistically,
Yeah.
I have had a better second half season than you've had over a whole season.
Actually, I thought about it. Because I only have 20K left to go. I only have 20K to go because I'm out here in the 200s. I'm out there, so I only have 20 more K to go. So had I had a brave new world and brought in Ollie Watkins, like life could have happened for me. But also I was never doing that because he also blanks. So I'm like, wait, how am I? I need to get rid of my players that are and also I have so much money in Isaac because we've believed. Because then I've thought about this because I was thinking, hey, for this blank, must I take out Salah? Must I bring in Isaac? But then I'm like, yo, I'm losing 500,000. I'm like, where's the zero 0.5 gonna magically magic out from? So I'm like, because you want them
Also,
back because Newcastle are doubling, so you'd want them back. So
new like
where am I getting this money
Isaac
from?
is the one you want to have on a triple captain on in the at this some point in the season because I don't
Exactly.
Salah realistically I don't know if we're gonna get another double game week out of Liverpool. If we do, it's
Yeah,
gonna be a rough
it's
double game week.
unlikely. Yeah, it's unlikely. It's unlikely unless like the FA Cup, unless the team that they're playing in the FA Cup also ends up making it through. So it is unlikely, yeah. So I'm like, so I'm just losing 0.5 for, admittedly, Watkins did well, but I'm losing 0.5 in value for basically one game week of returns because he's also going to blank. So it never, hey, some managers are brave. I'm not that brave. So,
Oh, you
but
wait till you hear what I did this game week.
oh, yeah, I told you how I messed up my whole
No, no, no,
game
no, no,
week.
no, no, no. Wait till you hear the transfer I made in the middle of the game week before Ahmad came out as injured,
Ah, okay.
bruh.
Let's. All right. Let's start the show then. Let's start the show so we can find out all of these buffoon. Because I also made a stupid move that messed me up completely. So you know how we start. We do our game week review. So we discuss how our last game week went, and then like I said, and we've done it for the past 2 years. Whoever came second starts the show, and since prayers were answered, because I was planning on joking.
Guys, the way this man is lying, he's actually telling you guys that I was praying for this. I wasn't praying for this. I've made it clear. I'm looking at Moses right now. He's supposed to take us to promised land, and he's not giving us. He's not finding the 10 Commandments. He's not taking us anywhere. He's not finding the
What do you
burning
mean?
bush. He's just
I'm out
he's
here.
just looking at Judas and he's saying, "Hey Judas, come here, come here."
Bro. No.
No, I know I'm mixing
I'm
up
getting
Old Testament and New Testament, but still.
I know. most, I was like, most of it, you were in that Old Testament. You were there. Yeah. The New Testament, Judas. I'm like, hey, okay, Moses and Judas, they went around together. They went around. But I'm still parting the Red Sea. You can still follow me because I got a green arrow this game week. So I got 98 points. Average was 74. So I'm like, I went up by 20, like I went up by like 28,000 k, like 28,000 managers that are at my level. I was there, so I got 98 points this game week. My assistant manager Chip has played, and can I honestly say
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't been a thing for assistant manager. Like both of these game weeks, if we triple captain Salah, he would have gotten more points than our manager did. And this assistant manager has prevented success from happening. But it hasn't been a bad triple captain. So my team was I had Sals in goal. He got me 3 points. Fine. Muniz got me 1 point. Gabriel, Arsenal finally kept a clean sheet. Got me
What do
six
you mean
points.
finally?
But
No, wait. What do you
I'm
mean
going through
finally?
the team, Sid.
What do you mean
Listen,
finally?
I'm,
No,
I,
you can't be throwing strays at Arsenal and going, yeah, finally. Bro, what do you mean finally? I'm sorry, where is United? Wait, I don't see them anyway. I don't see them
I'm
anyway.
just,
I can't, when I look at the table, I have to scroll down to find United.
hey, man.
And the fact that
Hey,
United lost to Tottenham this week.
yeah. Okay. The finally I realized this was premature because the guys kept it clean sheet against Wolves like 2 game weeks ago. So
What do you mean?
the finally
I think
was
we have
quite
with
necessary.
one of the teams that have the most clean sheets in the league.
Okay, Sid, I was just trying to throw a stray. But funny enough, about the Man United thing, an interesting stat. Since Amaron has come in as coach of Man United, there are only three teams that have scored less points. I mean, not less points, have scored less goals than Man United. And all of those three teams are in the relegation zone. So it's relegation zone, then Man United for goals since Amaran's been here. So if
Oh, okay. So
Amaran was
I
around,
thought you were about to give me like the most United stat ever, being like, it's positive, guys. It's positive.
no,
We're
no,
still
no, no,
here,
no, no,
and
no, no, no.
I feel like you guys are gonna turn around and go, yeah. I know we came almost in the relegation zone, but, but, hey, we might be going to an FA Cup final for the third year in a row. Like,
No, no. Once
so,
you,
like, this is
there's no
where I'm gonna have.
positivity.
Hey,
There's no positivity. I mean, unless we win a cup. But that's how Ten Hag saved his job. Like we putting Band-Aid, like that's why I said so you can't just give a girl a diamond earring and say, oh baby, our relationship is safe. No! The relationship has problems. Just because I gave you a ring or I gave you jewelry doesn't solve the problem. You're just happy today. Tomorrow, there's still tomorrow. We have to tomorrow supporting this club. So, so, so we have issues. And Aman being injured because is also, and Aman scored like probably half of those goals that, that you've been struggling to score. So you
yo,
still have
Scott
real problems.
McTominay is looking
But
tasty now, bro.
I'm,
Scott
I'm
McTominay
seeing
is looking
Martial scoring
tasty.
goals, bro. I'm seeing Martial. I'm like,
What do
hey,
you mean,
I'm
Martial?
seeing Martial.
Anthony's looking
Okay,
tasty
okay,
now,
no,
bruh.
no,
Anthony's looking
no.
tasty.
We are not doing this. This we are not doing. I will give you Martial. I'll
You know,
give you McTominay.
Anthony's giving that.
But
Anthony's just looking
will
at you
not-
guys.
I will not let you get away with this Anthony thing.
Nah, you know,
We
you remember, you
saw
know, like.
Anthony stink up the joint for 2 years. We've seen. It's not like he wasn't given chances. No, Sid. No, this is not where we were going. But now I'm going. I am going. I will not let you guys get away with this.
What do you
It is
mean?
not like
What do you
Anthony
mean?
has to be given chances.
Literally,
No,
United,
no,
like, wait. United are literally
Listen,
staring at Anthony like old school Nick Cannon in drumline going,
No, Sid, we are not doing this. We watched the same
they're
thing.
looking at Anthony like
No,
like prime Megan Good right now. They're looking at
No.
Anthony like he's prime Megan Good right now, going, hey,
I don't.
I'm here
care.
for you. I'm here for
There's
you.
not-
Whether it be
No,
in Stomp the
baby.
Yard, whether it be in
No.
Drumline,
None of
Anthony,
No,
come back.
no, Anthony. All Anthony is doing is showing us how much money we can get. He's putting up the millions because you saw we gave him chances, like McTominay and stuff. That I can agree with. I'll give you that. Anthony has had chances. It's not like he had so many chances. We never brought in Amand. That's how many chances he had. We've had Amand for 2 seasons, and you're like, no, Anthony's our guy. So I'm not going to.
All I'm gonna do is my Nick Cannon impression going.
You know what? All I'm gonna do is continue going through my team because now you
Baby, come
deviated
back.
me with your. So yes, so continuing with my team since Sid distracted me. Trent, the luckiest 13 points I've ever seen in my life because he got a clean sheet, and then the clean sheet wasn't a clean sheet. But in 65 minutes, Slot had our back. He's like, whoop whoop, I need these fantasy points. 3 minutes later, go. I'm like, thank you. So Trent got me 13. Altnori got me 1. Embuemo got me 3. Rogers on a double game week got me 4 points. But then, like I said, Mo Salah 40, Palmer again 2, Isaac 2, and my Captain America, even though he's from New Zealand, Christopher Wood, the godsend, my game week 1, 9 points. Then Emery as my assistant manager got 14. Then Pickford 3 on my bench. Indai injured 0, Ahmad injured 0, and then Robinson got me 2. So I made a transfer already because Ahmad was going down in price. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, all in all, this assistant manager trip, if I triple captain Salah on both double game weeks, they would have outscored my assistant manager on this double game week. But I'm happy to get this trip out the way. I'm trending upwards. A win is a win. A win is a win.
But you didn't win though. But you didn't win though.
Selectors winner.
A win is not a win. You spoke first for a reason, which is a loss.
Yeah.
So you didn't win though. Oh, I real United supporter. This is how you know this man is a United supporter, claiming that's a win. Hey.
Green Arrow up 20K.
Okay.
That's a win for me.
So, guys, as you heard earlier, we made a little bet. We made a little bet. Our bet, I'm just reminding everybody, if they didn't listen to the beginning of this podcast, where I said, yeah, I'm going to beat Tibs' last season worst score. I'm going to do better than his last season's worst score. Because, like I said, guys, you know what? Form is temporary. Class is forever. So, my team got 104 points, you know. Raya with the 7 points, Gabriel with the 6 points, Trent with 13, Minoz with 1, Saar with 2, Salah with 40 because he's my captain, Rogers with 4, Palmer 2. I keep saying this every week, we need to talk about Palmer, but then I realize I'll say something later about Palmer, then I realize something. Wood with 9, Isaac with 2, Raul Jimenez with 5.
Finally.
What do you mean? Both game weeks he's gotten a 5. So what are you talking about? Finally, he's outscoring Palmer in the last 3 game weeks.
100%. Yeah, all right.
Slot with 13, Fabianski, Ahmad 0-0, Mikalenko with 2, and then Lewis with 6 points. And this man has not left my team all season long.
It's still out here.
Bro, we're coming with a big blank, and I need a City player to offset that big blank because I know they don't blank in game week 29.
No,
do they?
they don't.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, yeah, you know what, Lewis, come back and chill here. We're gonna keep you here for a little bit longer, cause you might save me because.
Trent's about to disappear soon.
And then, yeah, I agree with that. And then, so Tibs is talking all about rank, and how he made like 20,000 rank. I went from 1.9 million to 1.45 million. So I had a 450,000 person swing in one game week. Like I said last week, if you guys listened, I've got to choose a different route. I can't go doing what everybody else is doing anymore. I gotta go do a different way, which leads us on to, this is the perfect segue where I'm rearing to go about my call up, my believe, my trust, and strike 3 you're out. So Tibs, take this away. Explain to the people what we're doing here.
I'm ready. So call up, our favorite segment. So call up is exactly what it was. I know it's been Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day is when, on Valentine's Day, if somebody said, hey girl, will you be my Valentine? That is what is a call up. So you saw the date, you saw the person, and you're like, this person deserves a rose, and this person deserves some chocolates today, is the call up. Trust is when it's a PS, back in South Africa, we had this PS questions where you ask a question where it's, will you be my Valentine? And you have to either eat the yes or the no. So trust is that they're going to say yes. Believe is when you're like, you know what? She said maybe. Even though there's no maybe, but I believe that it's going to be a yes by the end of the night. And strike 3, you're out, is when she just hands you a hell to the no for the call up and you have no Valentine. So Sid, who have you decided to call out to the team?
Ethan Wanyeri, bruh. I brought in Ethan
Yes,
Wanyeri.
oh, the young Avengers. Yeah, my boys. The young Avengers. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
but he's
guys.
back. They 9 points he got last game week, right?
Yeah,
He
guys.
was back.
So I'm looking at this from a purely realistic output of Arsenal after last. I was supposed to go on Ethan Wanyeri last game week, but I was like, no, wait,
Yeah.
let's just see who's doing what in this team, because you have Ethan, you have Miles, you have Sterling as well, you have Trossard, you have Odegaard. Odegaard looked like a good choice, but right now the way it looks like is Ethan Wanyeri is our new star boy sucker. So
Let's go.
I was telling Tibs about the statistic for Wanyeri. Every 100 minutes, the man scores a goal. So, and if you guys saw some of his shots this last weekend against Leicester, bruh, that man hit the post like 3 times. He's firing. So it could have easily been like a 2 goal and two goal assist as well for Wanyeri. So it could have been a big haul. So all I'm seeing from this, even though I don't think Arsenal are going to win the league or anything like that, I just see points. Right now, all I'm seeing is points. And I'm seeing Wanyeri is a key differential because right now, I'll give you his effective ownership. Give me 2 seconds. Uh, there's only 3.3% in the entire FPL league that own him, which means if he bangs, that's a lot of people to get above quickly. Very, very quickly. If he bangs, there's a lot of people that I just catapult above. So, and he's also ridiculously cheap. He's only 4.6 million.
Okay. Okay. I would not you said like because I'm like you nearly convinced me. That's what I'm saying. Because when you go to our team selection, I'll explain the problem that I have. But that was good. That was good. I'll tell you. I've also made a transfer already because Amant was going down in price, so I needed to just make a transfer. And then like Sid, when you're at the top, you can't make decisions that other people are making because then you're getting the same points. You're getting the same points that they are getting. So then I have to have the spine of the team, which is the same as other people. But sometimes you have to go left and right. So Tibbs went right. So I sold Amand, and everyone's going for a Bournemouth midfielder, which is still a very good call up, which I advise people to do because they're also having good fixtures. But what Tibbs did was he sold Amand. And do you know who he brought in? He went.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Sorry, you see, it cut off. It cut
Huh?
off. It cut off.
He went to Tokyo and brought in Kira Matoma from Brighton. So Kira Matoma is in Tibbs' team. Sid's face looks blasphemous. But they are playing Southampton. In the past 3 game weeks, Kira Matoma has gotten 34. Wait. Let me fact check this. Let me fact check. In the past, wait, stop looking. Why are you looking at me funny, sir? So, in the past 5 game weeks, Matoma has gotten 37 points. He got a nice 12 points against Ipswich. He got 12 points against Man United and 10 points against Chelsea. Yes, they got beaten 7-0 by Nottingham Forest. So he got subbed at halftime. So we were moving that out the way. So he has been on fire. They are playing Southampton. He is not blanking. Matoma is in. No one's got him. So now, like Sid said, if he bangs against Southampton, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa! But then it was a terrible decision because now I don't have money for my other moves. But that's the move I made. So Bournemouth midfielder is who you should call up. Which, but
Yeah,
What
Clavert
you?
is a good option.
Yeah, Clavert, and even if you don't have money for Clavert, Danjo or Tony or something, his name, I can't
Danjo is
remember
also a
his
good
name,
one. Yeah,
but he's
Danjo.
5.1. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's 5.1. So if you can't afford Clayfeld or Semenya because they're like higher, they're like close to 6 million, he is also great signings. But both Sid and I have gone left and right.
I feel way
So
more
who you
happier. I feel way more happier about mine than yours. I'll be
We'll
honest.
see next week, Sid.
I
Can
feel
I
like
tell you now that you know what Tibbs has done? Oh, if Matoma scores, oh, you're gonna catch me. You're gonna catch me on the WhatsApps. On the WhatsApps, I've got you, my guy.
okay.
Like he's the so he, I
I,
believe I see something. I see something. I saw something that other people aren't seeing. You know,
okay.
like Sid says, this clairvoyantness. Maybe Tibbs has got it now. Maybe I'm seeing. No, everyone calls a fool until they see the vision that this guy sees. I saw something that no one else is seeing. So let's go. I got these new glasses, and then I have 20/20 vision now. So, so Sid, who are you trusting? Hey, Sid, I got new glasses now. 20/20 vision is here now. I can see clearly now.
I'm just letting Tibbs talk because I'm waiting for you. I feel like I'm waiting for that situation. I feel like bullshit is like an airtime thing. You only have so much airtime before
No.
it runs out. So I feel like if I keep letting him say the bullshit that's coming out of his mouth, at some point the bullshit ends, and then we're like, oh, okay, cool. We can actually talk about fantasy properly. So
No,
okay, so
I
we
have an
still got lots of
unlimited data
bullshit.
plan.
I,
I have an unlimited data plan. Unlimited.
hey, bro, but they still throttle you at some point. So, so
I
you
actually never
can't.
knew that. They actually do. They actually do.
Exactly. So there's only so much bullshit that can come out your mouth before I have to be like, it's time to throttle you, bro. It's time to throttle you. But yo, believe. Who am I? No, trusting.
Trust. Yeah, who you trust?
Who am I trusting? Eesh. So this brings into the Palmer issue that I was talking about. Like it's like, oh, we need to talk about Palmer. So Palmer was supposed to leave the team. However, after this, okay, I agree with everybody. This Villa fixture is not good. I don't think it's a good fixture. I don't think it's going to be good. I think Chelsea are going to lose. However,
Oh, 100%. 100%.
However, after that, we have Southampton and Leicester.
You see now?
And then we have Arsenal. There's 3 game weeks. Arsenal, okay, rough fixture because it could go either way. I don't know. I'm still predicting probably a loss for Arsenal in that fixture. But Southampton and Leicester, bruh. We know Cole Palmer is a flat track bully. We know that man scores all his hauls, all his major points come from these small teams. And Southampton, guys, worst defense in the league. They couldn't defend you even if there was a suit of armor around the world like Tony Stark wanted, because they're just a big ass hole. So I'm just saying, reality is, I just see Cole Palmer as the option for Southampton and Leicester. Therefore, I'm choosing to trust in Palmer for the next 3 to 4 game weeks, considering there's a blank game week as well, which Chelsea do play. So, it does make sense, in my opinion, to keep him. So, I'm trusting Palmer.
Yeah, that's that. Just to, I'll do my trust just now. That's what I believe of your Palmer is for the same reasons. Where I'm like, yeah, those are the 3 reasons why I'm gonna believe in him. Because I don't trust you. I just have faith. I have faith.
Guys, I have to sell Palmer now. If he's chosen Palmer for believe, I'll have to sell him. Because he's not doing shit. moment
But
Tibbs
those are the reasons.
chooses
Those-
someone will believe.
But everything that you said, because Palmer doesn't show up in big games. I won't lie. That time he gets defrosted. But against the child, oh man, becomes ice cold. And Southampton and Leicester are playing like children. So I fully agree with you. There. And he's still the second highest scoring midfielder. So he's still got points, but not recently. So then let's go back to my trust. And I am trusting in my hairline, Brian Mbuemo. I'm like, my guy, I brought you in on a hope and a prayer. And clearly you're not a religious man because you've not been delivering. Haven't put any deliverance over my team. All you have done, I have started you ahead of people. I believe that this is your time, and you have not done anything. But now you're playing Leicester City, who, as Sid said, Southampton is bad. Leicester is second bad if you're coming in terms of defending. They score more goals than Southampton. I mean Ipswich. But for defense, couldn't buy a clean sheet. Man United, as terrible as we were like, yo, we can beat you. Arsenal have no strikers. And even they decided, you know what, Moreno, I can score against this team. Right? This team, the whole season I can't score. But this team, I'm around. So, Mbuemo, you rise. I trust in you. It's this game week. Mbuemo against Leicester City. That's who I trust.
Okay, I back that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Strike 3, you're out. Everyone.
No, we haven't done my belief. I have a belief.
Oh yeah, who's your belief? Yeah, I did my belief. Who are you believing in actually?
Who am I believing in? That is the question of questions.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a weird belief. I'm not gonna lie to you, because essentially I'm just gonna quickly move around things.
Oh no, Sid's gonna do something.
I'm just here to essentially show you guys who am I believing in. Hey, like who am I believing in, Tibs? Who am I believing in, Tibs? So I found this graphic that Rob TFPL created. I hope you guys can see it. Or well, to those who are listening, they won't be able to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Rob TFPL created this graphic where he listed every manager. And so looking at the managers right now, the one that's supposed to score the most points this game week, he predicted which predicts a 77% chance of a win. Well, because of that 77% chance of a win, Mikel Arteta is supposed to score 8.4 points. Then you have Oliver Glasner with 8 points, Ruud van Nistelrooy with 8 points, Kieran McKenna with 7.8, Fabian Hertzler with 7.1, Andoni Areola with 6.9, Eddie Howe with 6.5, Vitor Pereira 6.2, Ange Postecoglou 6.1, Thomas Frank 6, Ivan Juric 5.9, Marcos Silva 5.8, Arnie Slot 5.5, Enzo Maresca 5.2, David Moyes 5, Unai Emery 4.9, Pep Guardiola 4.8, Ruben Amorim 4.7, Nuno Espirito Santo 3.5, Graham Potter 3.4.
Yeah.
So why are you guys must be asking, like, why is this man talking about a manager, believe? Why is he bringing up these graphics for us to see? So, my belief, because I have to be different, and I want a table. Wait, wait. Tibs, can you explain the table situation if a manager, and like explain the point situation if a manager has a table boost?
Yeah, so then that's why I picked Unai Emery this past game week for my double is so you got a 5 point table bonus because if your team is 5 places in the log below the team and they draw, which is what Aston Villa did, just it's a goal. It's a goal already. So if they won, you would have got a 10 point table bonus. So you're gonna get 5 or 10 if you draw or win if the team that is 5 positions in the log lower than you succeed. And that is what is a possibility for who I think you're going to go for, Glasner.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay.
So Glasner is at 13, and
Yes.
they're playing Fulham, which is at 8.
Who are
5 points.
eight.
There's
There we
a
go.
that is a 5.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but
Oh.
Fulham are looking good. Fulham are looking good.
So,
but
have you
Palace,
seen Mateta?
yeah, Mateta's looking great. But Palace as a whole team, they're having problems. They still have injuries. They don't have a full strength side. If it was a full strength side, maybe. Now, let's go to Kieran McKenna.
Oh my goodness. Let's go! I thought you were there. I thought you were doing it. Let's go.
Let's go
I'm
to
ready.
Kieran McKenna.
Let's go, Steve. Let's go. I'm ready. Preach
Kieran
to us,
McKenna.
Steve.
Kieran McKenna is sitting at 18. Tottenham are sitting at 12.
That's 5. I see 5. So we're helping you actually by losing. We did you a service. We did you a service here.
Reality is, last time Tottenham played Ipswich, what happened?
One of the tractor boys tracked it, eh? And they tracked it.
And granted, they are playing at home. Tottenham are playing at home. But I just don't know, guys. Tottenham seem like they will do the Spursy thing and end up losing to Ipswich.
I love this for you. Can I tell you, I love this for you. Because you're not wrong. Like, let me actually add on so that I can help Sid. Because can I tell you, until Man United decided to go to the Spurs Stadium, Tottenham hadn't seen a victory at home since November. No, that was 4 months of pain. The whole Christmas period where there were games. It wasn't like there was a break. There were games being played. Tottenham never saw a W at home. Then Man United rock up and we're like, yo, my guys, here's some 3 points. That's what we do. So unless we were Man United, every team came to Tottenham Hotspur and either beat them or drew. So I am actually for this struggle. I'm for this struggle. I'm supporting your hustle. I actually am with you. Liam Delap and the boys, they are out.
Hey, so that's one choice to believe in.
Yeah.
That's one choice to believe in. The second choice to believe in. Granted, there's no table bonus with this team. However, Liverpool play Man City this weekend. Pep, arguably one of the greatest managers of all time, just came from getting thrashed against Madrid. And there's a good chance that City actually win. So, there's another belief if you want to, okay, I'll be honest, the Kieran McKenna one is a long shot. It's not like is a possibility. It's a long shot. However, if you want a more realistic shot, you either you stick with Slot, or you go for Pep Guardiola. Because Pep, there's a good chance he beats them, and if he beats them, it's a good chance it's a high-scoring game.
Oh yeah, 100%. And it will be. Both teams can't defend. Like we've had Trent, bruh, and without Trent's goals, Trent Trent's have been terrible defensively.
Exactly. So that's why I. So my belief is with Kieran McKenna, but the general public, I would go towards believing in Pep Guardiola or Arnie Slot, because reality is there's not many teams which you'll get the table bonus. The other team that will get the table bonus is Leicester versus Brentford, which is another team. There is a table bonus possibly in play. If you go for Leicester, which could happen, they could beat, like, realistically, Brentford are playing away. No, they're playing at home, so there's a big chance. But also Brentford have one of the biggest, like, best home forms in the league. So it's a small chance, but it is a chance where Brentford is, like, Leicester is a whole 8 points, 8 spaces away from Leicester. So you would get a table bonus. I just don't know if that's the best, smartest play. And then, yeah, that's where, like, so my belief goes into that. My belief goes into Mr. Kieran McKenna for the assistant manager chip. I will preface this. I want to preface this by saying, guys, you're gonna need a lot of transfers. So if you, like, this back end of the season, you're gonna need a lot of transfers. So the reality is, it might not even be good enough to say, cool. Like, if you're trying to play it, like, safe and confident and consistent, and you're trying to maintain your rank and not trying to push for a rank, I would say it's probably smarter to not even transfer. If you, especially if you're on, like, slot or someone, just leave it as it is. And because that free transfer is worth 4 points, and 4 points later on in the season is a big thing. So if you're not trying to be like me, just trying to make young, wild, and dumb recommendations, then yeah, I would say stick with your manager. But if you wanna change your assistant manager, you want the table bonus. You have three managers which are actually decent chances, which would be Kieran McKenna, um, which
Root for
is
Nistelrooy.
Root van
Root for Nistelrooy.
Nistelrooy, and Oliver Glasner, are probably your best three that you should go for.
I fully agree with that. Like that yeah, that's why I chose went off slot to Emery is for the table bonus. Only change your manager if you're going for a table bonus, because otherwise it's really not worth it. Like you won't get the points return that you should, unless you're going for a manager that for the manager bonus. So only use your transfer because transfers are important. That blank is coming up fast and steady, bruh. And we are running out of transfers. So unless you're free hitting that game week, you only use your transfer for assistant manager if you are going for a manager for the table bonus. If you're gonna take a punt, and that's my decision of if I want to make one more transfer for this table bonus, and I can tell you, I already brought in Matoma. So Tibs is on. Tibs is already on the I'm gonna shoot. If you're gonna shoot at the king, I better not miss. So I better shoot, and I'm going hit. Hopefully. Yeah.
Yep. So that
So
brings us to
let's
strike
yeah.
three. You're out.
Strike three, you're out. Like for me, it was Amant Diallo. Um, just because yeah, he was going down in price. Indai is going to be another strike three, you're out. Just because they're injured, so they're not helping you, and we need a bench because we aren't gonna be well. Yeah, my strategy is I'm not free hitting game week 29, and I saw how if I take out Salah or Isaac, who are both blanking in Game Week 29, I'm going to lose zero point 0.5 million, because I've trusted in them for so long. So I'm going to lose a million rand if I sell them, and I'm going to want them back because Isaac is doubling in Game Week 32. So he's probably a lot of people's captaincy or triple captaincy options. So I need transfers, so I needed to get rid of those players. and I still have Trent. I still have Nunes. So those are also players that I actually do have to move on, because they're also blanking at 29. Have played two players on the bench that are injured. So those are my strike three out. Pretty basic. You're injured, can't play, need a bench. Bye bye.
Fair enough. Fair enough. My strike three out was Saar. Before I realized Ahmed was injured, I already transferred him out for Ethan Onyeri. I would have rather wanted to transfer him out for Ahmed, but we are where we are, and it is what it is. What it is. Um, Maybe I don't know if I'm willing to take the -4 yet to bring Saar back for Ahmed, but it is what it is. Like we'll see how it
No,
goes.
Sa's blanking in game week 29.
Okay, so there we go. Wouldn't even bother.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and then in terms of my strike three out, the other strike three out is Arnie Slot. So it's Arnie
Yeah,
Slot
oh,
and
actually,
yeah, Arnie Slot and what should we call it?
yeah, because I think that Man City
Slot.
game is going to be very, yeah, I should, like, in the Champions League, Man City even rested Haaland. So they were like, whoa. I'm
I'll be
like, they were
honest.
like, yeah,
So I'll be honest. I think because Man City only have FA Cup and Prem, and they need to make top four for
yeah,
Champions League next year, and there's no
next
way
next year.
Pep is giving up on Champions League after being in it for so long, and they need a full they need the cash first and foremost to go big this summer. Like if they don't go if they're not in Champions League, it's a huge hit to their budget for transfers and whatever. It's so I think you're gonna see a resurgence of that Man City team. Yes, they'll have drop offs, but however, I think you have to bear in mind they're only focusing now on. I don't even think FA Cup for them is actually a realistic thing. I think it's just top four for the league. I'll be honest, it's wild to say, but I think it's top four for the league and top four right now. If you look at top four in
It's
terms
rough,
of
man.
positions, it's literally there's Chelsea with 43, Bournemouth with 43, Man City with 44, Forest with 47. So
Yo,
and then
bro,
Arsenal
Bournemouth are out here, bro.
exactly. So all the basically 3 to 6, and even Arsenal, to be fair, is also in that top four race. To be honest, they're also in the top four race. So Man City have to stay consistent throughout the rest of these next game weeks to be able to stay at least fourth. Otherwise, they drop any points. Chelsea and also Newcastle are down there with 41. So till from 7 till 3, there's basically a 6 point gap. So that's 2 games, and City are sitting almost in the middle of that. So they need to, and if you're looking at 4 to 7, there's literally 3 points in it, which is just a game. So Man City have to stay consistent, and they're gonna grind out wins. I'm not even realistically, this is their time to grind out wins and make sure that they stay in top four. This is why I also think Slot for this weekend is a bit of Slot can afford to have the points lost. Man City can't afford to have the points lost. Otherwise, their season starts to become especially if you look at the fixtures, for example, for Bournemouth. Bournemouth, who are they playing this weekend? They are playing.
Bournemouth are playing.
Bournemouth are playing Wolves this weekend, so that should
Yeah,
be a
Wolves.
win for Bournemouth. Then you look at Chelsea are playing Villa, so that's a possible loss for Chelsea. Newcastle are playing Nottingham Forest, so
That's a tough game.
that's a tough game as well. Yeah, and then Villa also in and around it. So if Villa win, it's a this season's all gonna be about that top four spot. Those 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The league is done. Liverpool have won it. Let's call it a day. But
Okay, alrighty. No.
the league is done.
No.
Liverpool have won it.
No,
Let's call it a day.
no,
We are where we
no.
are. It is what it is. So that's why I just want to say to you guys, going forward, let's just look. You have to be careful, and you guys might be thinking, oh, Man City might not be options, but I think they're good options as a team and as a manager, it's a good option for going forward.
Yeah, no. I am I fully agree with that. But what I heard from you in that topic was that Man United for the FA Cup. That's what I heard. Is that what you said? Because you said City aren't going to try win. I feel like that's what you were saying. I feel like we were on the same boat there.
Yeah, I do
You
think
said
Man
Man
United will
United.
try to win an FA Cup. I'm not trying to pretend like it's not. Like, hey, bro, I'll be honest. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I know what it's like when you out just struggling. The best thing like we're not guys. People need to remember, Arsenal, Liverpool, United. They're not like Spurs. We don't just go, okay, cool. We made top four. Top four is not the only trophy we're looking for. That's not the only. They're actually looking for trophies, and people keep consistently going like Arsenal haven't won a trophy. Yes, we haven't won a trophy because we won. So FA Cup is known as Arsenal's cup because we were in the mud for 20 years.
You've won it the most. You've won it the most. Yeah.
Exactly. We were in the mud for 20 years, and now we're trying to graduate from winning the FA Cup. Like, serious teams still need to bring home a trophy every season, and I agree, Arsenal need to bring home a trophy. But, we know we can win the FA Cup, but we want to win the Premier League, the Champions League, something along those lines now. So, if it has to be that we let it go, we let it go. But I understand United's thinking right now, it's rough out here, bruh. So, they need to bring trophies home. They still need to bring trophies home to keep their fans happy, to keep themselves happy, because nothing feels better than a trophy in your trophy cabinet. So,
Exactly, man.
this is why I believe in United. I believe in United to win another trophy. They are, if it is a team in the Premier League that can win another trophy and do well, to save their season, I think it's United who can go back to back.
Oh yeah, I think Amaran also needs it. I think Amaran I think he's still gonna stay regardless of what happens.
I don't think you guys.
If he starts,
I don't think you guys
if he
should
starts off
get rid of
next
him.
season, if he starts next season like this without winning a trophy, then I do think again, Christmas will be rough for him, fam. I'll be like, yo, just book your villa back in Portugal, my guy, because I don't. If he doesn't bring silverware to the club, I don't think if he gets off to a bad start next season, we'll be as forgiving as we are being right now. So let's go through our hindsight is foresight, where we make predictions and about all the fixtures, so that you guys can see what to go for and what players to get if we're predicting the scoreline for this game week. So the first game is Leicester versus Brentford.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my boy, Mbremo. You saw me. You saw me hit you up, my guy. You saw Moreno decide, oh, I can vibe here. You saw even Harry Maguire was like, whoo, I can score against this team. So Brentford 2, Leicester. No, Brentford 3, Leicester 1.
Yeah, I go with that. I think Brentford will win it.
Yeah, there we go. Brentford on the back. Let's.
Now you go to my favorite fixture. Wow. Now we go to my favorite fixture, the Battle of the X's.
Hey!
Nah, I'm joking.
Am I the chosen one or not? Because hey, David Moyes is above both of his exes, West Ham and United. They're like, oh, was I the problem? Was I the problem? Because with a team worse than what you guys have, I'm beating both of y'all. So this is a David Moyes redemption song. This is him looking you dead in the eye, and I'm like, I'm sure I was the problem, or were you the problem? And David Moyes is going to answer that question. As he going to answer that question?
I think United lose this game.
No. I'm backing my boy. Actually, because last time I said we were going to draw the Spurs, and then you told me to be convinced. For me right now,
I told you United would win against Spurs. I didn't lie to you. I said United will beat Spurs.
Yeah, and then what happened? Yeah, what happened? I
Yeah.
knew my club. I was going for a draw. I knew my club. And then you got me to believe. But this time, I think we have injuries. So for me, that's my issue. Of we have injuries, but I actually think Man United are gonna win because we signed that new young Arsenal striker that we saw, and then he came off the bench. I can't remember his name, but he came off the bench in the last game when we were against
He's good
Tottenham,
though. That
and I'm
that
like,
he's good. That Arsenal
yeah.
striker.
So
I'm actually so
so
upset that he
yeah
didn't decide to renew his contract because Arsenal were sitting there and going like, "No, we'll give you double what you're asking for, like double what we think you're worth."
yeah
And then he was like, "Nah,
mhm.
nah, nah, nah. I'm going to United." But I'm
Yeah,
sure he's kicking
because Man
himself.
United.
I'm sure he's kicking himself
Ah,
because like now we have a striker issue. If that man was in the team, that man would be
oh, that's
playing
actually
as
true.
striker. He would be playing as a striker right now. Like guaranteed, he'd be
Yeah,
playing with Wanieri, he'd be playing with Trossard, and we'd be telling Sterling, you know what? Actually, we'll pay you whatever we're paying you. Just go sit at home. Don't come. Don't even bother. Like just
actually,
go sit at home.
actually, you were right, but you were right. Sterling did do exactly what you said. If I thought about it, I was gonna say everything you said. That's how bad it was. Of like I know we're giving Moreno like props for doing what he did, but that's how bad Sterling was. Is the coach looked at the bench and he's like, "You play striker in high school, right?" I mean, around your friends, you've seen what it is up there, right? And it's like, hey, alright, cool. Rather than anyone else, the man that's getting paid to be up there, he's like, nah, I'm sure this man in high school, even prep, he's been around the box, and and he's good. So I think Man United are going to try him out, and I think because we're having a striker problem, and maybe we can get a resurgence of a new star boy. So I think for that reason, Man United win 1-0 against Everton.
Just putting this out to there is a buyback clause on our player.
Yeah. I'm just saying 1-0, 1-0. Yeah, it's a 1-0 Man United.
Okay.
But it's a skeptical 1-0. As long as we start playing the kids. I'm like, these old kids, I'm tired of these olds. I'm tired of complaining about the same people. Let these children run
I'm telling you
and
now,
we'll see.
2-0, 2-0 to Everton.
Okay, 2-0 Everton, 1-0 Man United, 1-0 Man
2-0 to
United.
Everton. Ipswich
Ah,
Tottenham. Hey, hey,
because
hey.
like I'll be honest, I watched Man United against Tottenham, and that was the hardest watch I've ever seen in my life.
The
Um,
problem. Okay, wait. Just before we continue, the problem with
yeah,
Tottenham is when they play teams that they're not supposed, like when they play teams that are big teams, and you going out there expecting them to do. This is the same team that beat City 4-1, then lost
mm,
to then lost to Ipswich the next week. If
yeah,
people are
same thing.
forgetting, same
Yeah.
team. So they just beat United 1-0, and they're playing Ipswich again. I don't know if anybody else believes in fate, but I believe in fate. And you know what?
Yes, I'm
United,
a
United
believer.
guys, I stand with you. I stand with you for revenge, for a vendetta. I stand with you. And you know what, United, I hope you guys get your revenge this week. Let Ipswich do the most. They're fighting to stay up. Let them stay up. Let them survive.
I'm actually on your team, bro. Like it's Ipswich at home. Like you said, Ipswich at home, and I realized because that's the problem with with both Spurs and United. The reason why Spurs do well is when they can just counter attack. They're like, I don't want the ball. Now when they play a team where they have to actually play with the ball, they're like, yo, coach, I just thought we just pressed. I'm like, I thought that's what we did. I'm like, I never knew you had to play soccer. So Ipswich won't be on the ball a lot. Tottenham will be forced to have the ball. And when they're forced to have the ball, they're going to make mistakes.
And
So
also, they don't have a
Liam Delap.
defense.
Yeah. They don't have, so Liam Delap, 2-1 Ipswich. Actually, I do think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. If I'm honest, 1-1 draw. But for banter, 2-1 Ipswich. Let's go. But personally, I think it's going to be a 1-1
Okay,
draw.
I think it's gonna be a 1-0 Ipswich.
Oh, you just straight up.
Yeah, straight up Ipswich 1-0. Arsenal versus West Ham.
Arsenal win 1-0.
No, I think Arsenal lose 1-0.
No, no. Sit
Listen, guys,
now.
this is
You're at
you,
home. Sit. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this anymore. Graham Potter, yes, he doesn't have enough time to Leviosa this team into doing something well yet. So
Oh,
they're
what?
gonna
Okay,
put up a fight.
wait. Let me paint the picture for you.
Oh, okay,
Our record against Graham Potter is not great. Just Graham Potter as a
that's
manager,
fair.
not great.
That's fair.
Our record against West Ham over the last 3 seasons in a title push, not great. Every single time when it comes to clinch time, which is always at this fucking time of the season, West Ham managed to pull a draw, managed to pull a win, and then we always at the end of the season go, yeah, but if it wasn't for that West Ham game though. And I'm telling you, the same thing is about to happen again. It's gonna be the same thing. We don't have anybody to score the goals. We don't have anybody to vibe. West Ham, the ball is in your courts. And 1-0 to West Ham.
Can I tell you the sad part is that's actually true. Like, this time you win. That's what makes me mad. Is like all the times you lie and I feel like you're gaslighting these people. But this time that was actual facts. Where whenever Arsenal need, to stay in a race, to do something, and then they come up against a team like West Ham, they do this. They so like as a football watcher, I do have to agree with your analysis of the situation. So I'm still going to say now you've convinced me to be like Arsenal will draw this game 1-1. Now you've convinced me. You've brought me back to life. So you've convinced me. Arsenal 1-1, and I'm sad because I wanted to tell these people that you are lying to them, but you are not doing
Nope, I'm
that.
not lying to anybody. That brings us on to Southampton, Brighton. We all know Brighton are winning this 4-0, bro. Like, there's no
And
way.
Kirill Mama Toma is coming through for the W.
I think your shot of Matoma is really good. I just don't know the longevity of that shot. That's why I was so silent. I was silent not because I think you're making it like as a 1 game analysis period. Yeah, great choice because I think you'll bang goals. But as a 3 to 4 games analysis period, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, problematic. Oh yeah, no, trust me, I immediately regret it. But I immediately regretted it, but I was like, you know what? Sometimes you gotta have fun. This is a game at the end of the day, and I just wanted that boost just for just for this game week. But yeah, so yeah, I agree with you. I have maybe 3-0, maybe not 4. But yeah, they're winning by more than 2 goals.
Yeah.
That's this is not going to be a close game.
Not
Then
like
we
that.
have
Bournemouth versus Wolves. I think Bournemouth are banging goals. They're playing really well. Wolves are okay. They've got it's okay. They've got a good attack. Cunha could do something, but I don't think they could outscore. If it came to a complete shootout, which I feel like that game is basically going to go to, because Wolves' defense is not that great. Bournemouth's defense is a little bit stronger. But when it comes to just goals and midfield and I just see Bournemouth winning this probably 2-1 or 3-2 or something like that.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. I think 3-2.
I do think if you are looking for a striker, Cunha could be a possibility because I don't think Wolves blank in game week 29.
No, they don't.
So if you are looking for a striker that doesn't blank, possible to have Cunha because he looks like he's on a bit of form again. So yeah.
Cunha is one of my O's that I'm looking to bring in for entire next game week.
Yeah.
So I fully agree with you. Saying nothing more to add. That's exactly my thing. But we have now Crystal Palace versus Fulham. Now is the time because Tibs, I haven't made the transfer yet, but I am gonna if I want to be risky and go for this point, the assistant manager. This is the game I think it's going to be because I think Mateta is going to rise. And Crystal Palace are going to win 2-1. Say it with me now.
No, I don't think so. I think Crystal Palace
No,
at best.
Mateta.
Crystal Palace at best draw with Fulham. I don't think defense wise, I don't think they can like score as much as they need to score. And because Fulham have ballers, bro. Like let's be honest, they have ballers.
Even Emil Smith Rowe is back. I saw you
Exactly.
got the goal sheet. Raul,
Exactly.
You have Raul, so he's been returning for you.
Exactly. They can score goals. It's not like a problem for them to score goals. It's just a problem for them, and their defense is pretty decent, to be honest. Look at Robinson. He's been doing well.
I've been having Robinson. Yeah.
So, like, I just don't see Crystal Palace pulling it off against Fulham.
I just believe in Mateta. So, Mateta's going to rise.
I'd say 2-1. 2-1 to Fulham.
I say 2-1 Crystal Palace. And I am bringing in Glasner for that point difference. Let's go. I'm telling you guys, this is going to happen. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful... Next game week, I'm either going to be... I might come and sit with these crying emojis where I'm taking way too many shots this game week. This game week, I'm even 150k by the end of this game week with all these shots that I'm taking. Like, that or the deepest red arrow is going to come my way. That or the deepest red arrow. Then it's Chelsea versus Aston Villa. So, Chelsea, which I've never thought this would happen, that we would say this. They miss Nick Jackson as many chances as Nick Jackson misses. Oh.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't stress.
Oh, yeah. So then they miss chances. Mr. Karen talking?
Yeah.
So they miss chances as much as Nicholas Jackson misses chances. Because Nicholas Jackson seems to be the glue that holds this team together. Because since he's gotten injured, they can't buy a goal, right? They don't know what it is. Like Uber Eats doesn't deliver to their location. Like it is rough for them. So I think that Marcus Rashford is going to finally score his first goal for Aston Villa. And Aston Villa are going to Aston Villa are going to draw 2-2 against Chelsea.
No. I think Aston Villa win 3-2.
Okay.
I think Aston Villa beat Chelsea. Also, wait. How is... Oh, no, wait. Are you giving Chelsea 2 goals when they played against... Literally, they played against Brighton, which is not as good of a defensive team as Villa, and they didn't manage to have a single shot in 2 games. In 180 minutes, these men did not manage to have a single shot.
On target, yes. And they never had a shot on target.
Yeah, okay.
They had a shot.
Listen, I can shoot. Don't worry about that. We care about what's on target. There's a reason why it's a rectangular box and you have a man in the middle. It needs to be on target for it to be a point or a goal. And if it's not on target, hey, forget me with that statistic. So, you're telling me they did not have a single shot on target and you think they're going to go score 2 goals against Villa?
Okay, so now that you've said what you've said, I was saying that because Aston Villa haven't kept a clean sheet.
They don't need to keep a clean. They don't have to worry. They don't need the clean sheet. Even like, bruh, they don't need it. They don't care about it.
I was using the
Because
stats of
on the
Aston Villa
on the
having
other
kept the
end,
clean
on the
sheet.
other end of the on the other end of the perspective is neither of Chelsea kept a clean sheet. So
Yeah.
who is outscoring who? Chelsea can't
No.
buy a shot on target in 180 minutes. Not even a goal. We're not even talking about goals. They can't buy a shot on target in 180 minutes. How are they going to get a goal?
So now that you've said this, I retract my statement. See, that's what this is for. This is communications. So now I retract my statement, and I agree with you, and I go for a Villa win. So are you happy now? You happy now? You happy
Yeah,
now?
I'm happy for a Villa win. Villa win 3-1 or 3-0. 3-0.
I think it's gonna be two. I think it'll be a 2-0.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it'll be 2-0.
Okay.
Alrighty. So now we have Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest. I think that this is going to be a 1-1 draw. I think both of these teams are they they're very similar. You know, they built off of having a sturdy defense, hard-working midfield, and a number nine that knows how to find the back of the net. But both of them have very good defenses, so I don't think that it's going to be a high scoring affair. And I think that they I can't believe I'm talking about Nottingham Forest like this, but like their class will 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 get them. Even Alanga is banging for Nottingham Forest. Like we actually have sold a lot of nuts this to be a very young debate. So I just think it's going to be 1-1. I think these two teams are very similar. I don't see one team being aggressively better than the other, except that Nottingham Forest might have a stronger defense, while Newcastle might have a stronger midfield. But I think they're similar class structure, 1-1 cancel each other.
I think Nottingham Forest win 1-0.
No, that that that's fair. But I'm not starting sales for this.
Hey?
Yeah, I'm not. No, that's how much I don't believe. Actually, you'll see my team when I do my team selection, and I actually lied to the people. I realized I lied to the people earlier on because I'm choosing to start Pickford in this game because I don't believe in Man United, but I predicted Man United to win. So I actually realized I lied to you good people earlier when because I genuinely think that Pickford's going to keep the clean sheet.
Okay.
But I'll lie.
And then, so then coming with our final game, the biggest game of the game week, Man
Yeah,
City versus Liverpool. I think
Super
Man,
Sunday.
I think Man City win 2-1.
Yeah, it is the battle of who is the true Egyptian god card. We are here, and I think that I actually don't know what I think about this game. If I'm honest, I have to think that City are going to use Liverpool's inefficiencies better. Where I think Liverpool get by on like class and charisma, I think Pep is going to really attack City's like Liverpool's lack of a good defense. So I fully think that Pep is going to flood the midfield and make sure that he exposes Trent's deficiencies defensively. And I think Man City are also going to win 2-1.
Yeah, back it. I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah, and then just the Salah goal because he has to do that. So I'm gonna still keep him as captain, but yeah, I think City win 2-1. So but are we gonna do a deadline? No, the deadline's this today. I'm
Yeah.
like, so the deadline sheet won't make sense. So then, yeah. So for my team, I'm starting Pickford, so that's how I'm gonna go. And then, yeah, I've obviously brought in Matoma. So the only transfer that I'm possibly thinking of is Salah as captain. I don't know if I'm gonna go Salah or Mbuemo, but I'm probably just gonna go for Salah or Matoma. I might go with Matoma just to fully realize my goals. But it's just if I'm going to sell Emery for Glasner or McKenna. So those are the only real debates and decisions that I really have to do of Salah captain or go for Matoma or Mbuemo, and should I get rid of Emery and believe in McKenna or Glasner? So then, what are your team looking like, Sid?
Um, for you, I wouldn't change. I wouldn't transfer to a different manager
Okay,
because I'm just gonna say for you right now, for where you are, taking a -4 is a big thing. Like
okay,
I would not be trying to take -4s because you need to first cement. Like you need to like the way you're gonna gain rank in this scenario is not by taking the -4s. Is by attacking the blank game weeks, the doubles. Those are going to be your key points to attack. So making a move for a manager now, like I said before, in a situation where you're in, I don't think it makes sense because reality is I think it's probably better off for you to just go with your Villa, your with Emery. Hope Emery because Emery should be winning that and they should be winning that comfortably. So you should get decent points and just taking whatever points he gives you and then going forward because I think a lot of people in the top 200k, if you're looking at it like realistically, are sitting with are gonna stay with slots. So you already have a differential over the top 200k. Um, and so taking the -4 for a manager transfer for only next week for it to make no sense doesn't make sense. Like you'd rather bank
yeah,
the transfer and then next week move for two players to kind of get in your team to the 29 that 29 blank game week and then hope and like start picking for that then picking for just a quick punt essentially for me. I think I'm definitely gonna go for my choice because I think where I am in rank I'm offered a little bit more leeway in the sense that I can take a -4 because it's not going to affect the rank as much as you would in the 2000 in the 200s in the 200,000s. So especially if it comes off well for the following game weeks, and I also am using a free transfer for it. So because I'm not going to transfer anybody out, I'm going to wait till next week to start to maybe take another use of transfer to get rid of someone else, and then slowly make sure that I have over the next 3 game weeks, make sure that I have enough players that are playing in the blank game week. So that's why I'm going with my team plus Ethan Wanieri and yeah, a manager transfer and then calling it a day. Because I also had two
yeah.
free
No,
transfers this game week.
I like. Yeah, actually, that actually does make sense. Because even um, if I believe Villa will beat Chelsea, I'm then guaranteed like a 10 pointer
Yeah,
because of the win and then the goals. And then if you're right, and which you are right, where Chelsea can't like get a shot on target, forget buy a goal. Um, that means I get also a clean sheet bonus. Where going for a punt, I'm taking possibly a -4 for possibly if my manager that doesn't win like loses, he is only going to get 4 points.
yeah,
So um, unless I yeah, so it it's a risk that I maybe shouldn't take, but that's why I set up. It's not a well educated risk that I should take.
yeah,
Those that's hopes and prayers behavior.
yeah.
So
I think you've done well by
uh,
bringing Mitima in it. I think you've done well by like moving your team away from a lot of the blank game week assets. So
mhm.
more focus on that. If you can, and if you don't have an extra transfer free, don't use it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I
Wait till
don't.
the
So
next
I
week
would be
and then
taking.
transfer a player. And by that logic, by the time you get to the blank game week, you should have 3 players that if you make a transfer every week, you should have 3 players that you can easily put, and you should have a full team by that stage playing on a blank game week.
Okay, no, yeah, okay, yeah. Nah, I'll make a decision later, but I definitely think that that is a lot better. So so Salah as captain though, you still thinking you should do Salah as
I
captain?
don't know about the Salah captaincy. I think you having Mbuemo in your team is a good shout.
Mm.
I think Mbuemo is a good option to
Okay.
kind of help because if he scores goals and does well, it's a good option. I think also realistically, from the fixtures this game week, I want to say it's a difficult thing. Honestly, like the captaincy choice is difficult. I might even say still go with Salah, but then there's also if you have also Isaac. Do you not?
Yeah, I have Isaac. Yeah,
Isaac
I
also
have
could be a
Isaac. Woods
Wood
never let
also
me down. Like
also
Woods
Wood.
never let.
Yeah,
Like Wood is an underrated. Like like he never lets anyone down. I have never seen like the fact that Wood like is the highest scoring striker in the league, and how we vehemently captained Haaland is actually a shout of why is Wood never a captaincy option for a lot of teams. Where if you've captained a striker this season, which we have, Wood has beaten all of them.
yeah.
Like Wood.